CIHQ accrediting organization that we are following, not Joint Commission.
Okay, sorry. Do you think we'll pass then, the CIHQ?
Based on their mock survey, they have advised us that it would be best and it would be really more realistic for us to have 12 months, to give us 12 months to then actually apply for the accreditation, for the full accreditation. What we went through is a mock survey. And so they're giving us the opportunity of 12 months, 12 to 18, to then remedy all those findings, and that way we will be better prepared for the actual accreditation.
Better prepared because right now you would totally fail if they were to do an inspection at the hospital.
Senator,
right now.
Please do not say that we totally fail.
Lillian,
we continue to provide the service and we continue to save lives in that hospital. So thank you.
Madam, you know.
Senator Tideway, Senator Brown?
I'll defer my time to Senator Tideway.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got additional 5 minutes.
Lillian, you even mentioned during the last oversight hearing that if it were you, you would shut down the hospital. And today you're coming in front of us painting a whole different picture. I believe in optimism. I mean, I believe that maybe we can push harder, and that's what we're doing here. That's what this bill is all about, even the resolution. Even the possibility of going into receivership. I'm hearing from doctors and nurses. I'm hearing from people in the community that let's just go into receivership because we need people who are very experienced on running a hospital to get our hospital up to par. So I just don't understand this group that you hired, different from the Joint Commission. Is the reason why you hired these guys is because they'll probably give you another 12 months, or why did you hire this individual compared to the Joint Commission? What's the difference between the two?
Senator, we did not hire the CIHQ surveyors. We contract them to then go through the process if we are meeting the standards. And so they are deemed by CMS as far as they are in alignment with the CMS conditions of participation. It is something that we really, any organization, it is credible to have an outsider review our services, review our facility, if we are meeting the standards. And so it's an exercise that, again, is only going to be very beneficial. It's a learning opportunity for us to then improve. And so that's the purpose of having an accreditation. You know, we are CMS certified. And so every year, these surveyors come through and they go through our records, they interview patients, they interview staff to see if we are delivering the safe and, you know, excellent care as best as we can, given our resources.
Given our resources, so they allow lenience for, you know, mold on the wall, falling ceilings, not enough wipes to clean patients, so that's the lenience they give. It doesn't make any sense. Well, our people deserve more
Senator,
than that.
We have wipes, so please let's not be hung up on that one. We have wipes.
If it's what is it tomorrow then, Lillian? It was wipes yesterday. What is it for tomorrow? What else are we going to hear from our constituents coming to us, or nurses or doctors who work at GMH? What's next? I mean, where's your plan? When one of your board members came in front of us for their confirmation, we asked them, what is the plan for the current hospital, not the new, because the only thing that everybody talks about in this administration is a new hospital. But what about our current? It's like telling a mother who's ready to give a birth, saying, no, keep it closed, don't push out that baby right now because we're not ready. We can't afford to do that. There should have been a plan in place. And as far as this task force, I introduced legislation to have a task force and bring everybody to the table. And what happened? The governor just ignored it and opened their own task force with Gita, didn't invite those people, and it was like their secret meetings. The task force should have been speaking about the current hospital, today.
Senator, you were
because
invited to the meeting.
I did. I
You
forced
attended the
myself
meeting,
to
so
that.
It wasn't a secret meeting. I'm
I
sorry.
forced myself onto that task force. I made myself good. I attended. I wanted to know what was going on. You guys might be, want to play secret, but I'm going to be there. That's my job. And your job is to provide a safe environment, a public health facility where people are not afraid of going to. I got a call last night from an individual who waited in the garage of the hospital for 2 hours. 2 hours, couldn't breathe. Come to find out, she tested positive for COVID before somebody paid attention and had to isolate her. 2 hours. Sick. Unacceptable. And you guys sit there painting a picture like, oh, everything's hunky-dory. That's what you've been doing for 5 years. And nothing has happened. What happens now, Lillian, if the governor doesn't give you that $20 million today, and all that Mr. Canto had mentioned that needed to be repaired, what happens from this CIHQ report that will come to you if you don't get that $20 million? What will happen?
We continue to give the best care that we can, Senator. And if I may, you have absolutely no appreciation, no understanding of what the enormity, the intensity, and the overwhelming challenges to continue operating the hospital. The staff give their heart and soul. Throughout COVID, we were there risking our lives, and yet you seriously think that we were just not doing anything? You were comfortable and you were safe at home. We risked our lives at that hospital and we saved lives. So truly, Mr. Chairman, I don't think we need to be here anymore.
Oh, again, get out of the, okay, when it's hot, it's time to split, right, Lillian? Once again. That's not the point. The point is, we've heard from nurses, we've heard from doctors, Lillian.
Senator Tadegui, can we stick to Bill
You're a leader.
164, please?
The point I asked was 20 million, what will happen, Mr. Chair? The question I asked, and don't time me on that because now they're making me repeat my question.
We have given you an explanation what we will use that 20 million for.
Oh, yeah, but what happens if you don't get it?
We continue to give the care. We continue to take care of
status
patients.
quo. Continue status quo. The people of Guam that are listening, status quo, and that is not acceptable. That's why
if you can do a better job, please. Go ahead. Come on, do a better job. Thank you.
Lillian, you should have just retired.
Senator Tadegui, that's out
Thank
of
you,
order.
Mr. Chair. No, I'm giving my opinion too, just like she's doing
Senator
hers.
Tadegui, do I need to read the rules? You will not. Personal inference into the character or the motive of any senator or any individual testifying is not permitted. Period. No debate.
Mr. Chair,
I already asked
I
you that.
said she should have retired.
That's
Think
enough.
of your health, Lillian.
That's enough. Senator Tadegui, I already warned you. Continue. You got 41 seconds, and then we'll end it. Move on to the next senator.
You talked about how the vendors are owed money and they're not getting paid, and they're deciding to continue giving out supplies to the hospital. Well, that's not what we're hearing. We're hearing that these vendors are ready to hang it up and said enough is enough. The governor has ARP funding that can pay these vendors to keep them online, to help save people at the hospital. Have you sat and asked the governor to please infuse some of that ARP funding to the hospital, Lillian?
Senator Tadegui, the governor has transferred to GMH $31.4 million in ARP funding for vital service requirements at GMH. So 31.4. She's also provided 36.5 in discretionary funds, albeit this goes back to the Calvo administration. So a total of $66.9 million in discretionary funding has been provided to the hospital over the years. In the recent past, via ARP. It's 31.4, and we're committed to another 20.
You are committed, regardless if this bill passes, Lester?
When I spoke to Senator Lujan, it was a package deal.
Well, that's shame. The governor has the ability to give $20 million, and it's contingent upon this bill. That's shameful. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
It's also a shame that you have $30 million that you could put in that you're fighting.
Thank you, Senator Titleaway. Senator Fisher, do you have any questions for the panel?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, I'll just follow up with what